Okay, guys, we're looking at number 5 on the test review. This one, you can tell that we're using the substitution method, and here's why. One of your variables is isolated. We can see that x is isolated in that first equation, so substitution would be the easiest method to use for this one. So what you should do when you're using the substitution method is you should circle or box what that isolated variable is equal to. So x is equal to negative 2y plus 8, so I boxed that. That means anywhere there is an x, I can substitute it with negative 2y plus 8. So if I'm not sure where to substitute it in the second equation, it says x equals. So I should substitute it where x is in the second equation. So I'm going to write the second equation. Okay, right here for x, but I'm leaving parentheses where x is, plus 3y equals negative 3. So you can see the rest of the equation has remained the same. It's just where x was, I put parentheses. And I'm going to plug in what I had boxed, which was negative 2y plus 8. And you'll know that you're solving it correctly when that new equation you wrote only has one variable. You can see our equation only has y's in it, so now I can actually solve to find out what y is. When you're solving, remember some of your steps for solving. To solve, you need to start out always with distribution if you have parentheses, multiplying that number outside the parenthesis to everything that's inside the parenthesis. So 4 times negative 2y is negative 8y. 4 times 8 is 32. And the plus 3y remains, the equal sign remains, and the negative 3 remains. Now, if you have anything on the same side that can be combined, you should. So for us, it would be combining negative 8y and positive 3y. Negative 8 plus 3 is 5y, negative 5y. Bring down the third plus 32. Okay, almost there. So to get that y alone, we need to get rid of the plus 32 by minusing on the left and the right. So now we have negative 5y on the left and negative 35 on the right. And lastly, we divide both sides by negative 5. So y is now isolated, and y equals negative 35 divided by negative 5, which is 7. Okay, so we have found our y value, but look at the question and what it's asking for. This one says, what is the x value of the solution to this system of equations? And as you know, the x is the first number in your point that is a solution. Well, I only have the y, so I actually haven't finished. If they had asked for the y value, I would be done and not have to do any more work. But they did ask for the x, so let's find it. Now I have to do one more substitution. If I know y is 7, I can substitute 7 for y in either equation. But there is one equation that is easier, and it's that top one, because it already says x equals. X equals negative 2y plus 8. And I know what y is already. It's 7. So I replaced y with 7. And now I'm going to simplify it. Negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. And now let's add that 8 to the negative 14 to get negative 6. So we found the x value, and that is actually our answer to this problem. Because it asked for the x, this is our answer.